It's 4:45 p.m. Thursday, April 25th. Uh, Day before expiration again. Anyway, uh, as you can see, the 30-minute chart had a little more advanced technical picture late yesterday on the volatility index, so that led to at least a short-term move down in the markets today. But it's been, like I've been showing lately, it's been accumulating technical strength ever since it bottomed over here a couple of days ago, and it's still trying to strengthen. So it's still trying to put some downward pressure on the general market conditions. So the market SPY did close down today, but not strongly. It was down, you know, uh, sharply on the open today, and it lasted for about 1 hour, and that's the end of that. So this is not really something that lends itself to good trading confidence and everything, because the patterns that we see are not that entrenched. The daily chart certainly not entrenched for a strong downward spiral or anything like that. The 4 hour chart, there's no clarity to the pattern. I'm looking for that nice, clean, solid wave action in the price. I don't see that. I'm not trying to figure it out, you know, like some of the other people try to do, trying to figure something out. There's nothing to figure out. It's either you see the right kind of pattern or you don't. And I don't see the right kind of pattern here for a strong sense of confidence in the move. Volatility has a little cleaner, better pattern. So, like I say, and like I've always said, after Wednesday of the week, when the SPY options expire, then everything's created equally. So, whichever thing has the best pattern would be the best one to trade, whether it's the VXX itself or the Russell 2000, that's IWM, or the NASDAQ QQQs, whatever it is, late in the day. Yesterday, we had a fairly decent downside 30-minute pattern on the Russell 2000. Notice it was the same one that had a 30-minute upside pattern a couple of days ago, which made a nice move up, but then it reversed, had a nice move down. And so what does this daily chart show? That it could move up and it could move down. That's what it shows. So, but nothing detailed there. It just says it could do either. So we're looking for clarity. So somewhere down below it in the time frames, we're looking for that V-shaped top in the price with a corresponding divergence or technical picture that's lower than it was before, if we're going to have any kind of a move of any substance there. So we had a little bit like that there. QQQs showing some technical weakness, but I don't see much clarity to it. Anyway, you guys following along with Boeing? Remember, we were just talking about this in class. Remember, it had this daily divergence that I showed you guys with that V-shaped configuration, and it had a nice upside divergence that suggested the move would be about 2.5 weeks in duration. And it came up and it stalled a little bit here, right? The lower time frame stopped feeding into that particular move. And then so that was, let's see, from the 10th over here. So stalled here, and it kind of drifted, did nothing. So there's no options capability on that kind of thing. There's nothing to do there. It's just you sell the calls, even though it still shows the expectation of 2 weeks. And that would be till the end of this month. So that still hasn't occurred. But you sell the calls so you don't have to hold something as your time value premium is losing value day after day, minute after minute, and the price is just drifting around with an uncertain look to it. You need to have this wind up again. So see, hourly chart didn't show it very distinctly, but the 30-minute chart did. And you see where the price lows were over here, and the technical lows, or even these. Price moved up, came back down to the same lows or lower. See, but left the technical bottom higher. The same kind of configuration like we had back here on the 10th. It put it in strong motion there, and it just did it again. What do you think? This is the day before tomorrow's expiration. This is 11 o'clock or so this morning when that divergence occurred. The price was 372, back at the same lows like it was yesterday or 2 days ago, right? But yet there's 2 fewer days of time value premium associated with the options that expire tomorrow. So is that a bad thing for options traders like us that buy options under 10 cents out of the money calls or whatever? In this case, we're looking for a move up. We're still expecting a move up because it's a 2-week pattern on the daily chart that hasn't completed its run. But it completed the first part of it when it started to stall over here. So, no, over here, wherever it was, from the last bottom. It was from the 10th. So when that stalled over on the 12th, and it's just been kind of drifting with an uncertain look. Where's bottoming patterns with upside divergences over here to be the catalyst to send it back up? Oh, there isn't one. Right. But there is one over here today. And it's the day before expiration. So price is sitting at 372. So how about the out of the money call options that trade for under 10 cents? Don't think about it, just do it. Right? Right? Here are the 385 calls. So that'll be essentially $13 out of the money. But remember, it's not just that 30-minute pattern. The 30-minute pattern is re-energizing the strength that still exists in the daily chart that has not run its 2 weeks course. So you're combining the factors. But even on its own merit, it's got a significant amount of strength on the 30-minute chart. Enough clarity and substance to it to drive the price. And Boeing's options had been a little bit expensive before, but notice that these are not now. See, so these were trading for 1 cent today. See that 0.01, and that's correct at 10:45. Oh yeah, that's when the divergence was present. Yeah, that's right. Around 11 o'clock. Yep, that's right. So those options went from 1 cent to $2.25. That's 225 times your money if you had chosen to accept your challenge. The 382.50 calls, the first ones that were at a dime or less, were 0.1, that was 10 cents, and they went to $3.72. That's 37 times your money. And it took from, I'll say around this time, it was still sitting around that same price there at 11.15 or even 11.30, still sitting around that same 10 cent area. And they moved up to 8, well, even right here by 12:45, only about an hour or so later, they're at $3 and something. So it's already 3,000% in the first hour and 15 minutes or something. Just, that's the nature of it, you guys. You have to be present when the lower time frames that so many people keep telling me they don't see it. Well, of course you don't see it if you're not looking. You have to be watching the real-time charts reformulate themselves. So instead of being all over the map looking for things all over time, some things, and we know Boeing has done this many times in the past, it's moved multi-1,000% returns. This is not an uncommon occurrence for Boeing at all. And quite in fact, it's very common. And it just did it again today. So think about it. Yeah, $1,000 invested to $200,000 if you're willing to buy the penny options. Or so cheap, good grief. Even $100 to 22,000 or 25,000. I mean, it's just seems silly, doesn't it? $100 bill, and then an hour and a half time, you got 20-something thousand. Oh, well, that's the way it is. $500 to $100,000. Yep, that's right. That's the way it goes. One day, everybody will understand that it's not a mirage. It's not something that is so infrequent that you can never find them. You can find them. You have to just pay attention. Anyway, see a few of you guys tomorrow, expiration day, and maybe some of the major market averagers or some other things in the hit list will formulate the patterns we're looking for. So 1,000% should be like the minimum that we're looking for, because something like the Boeing things did today, multi-1,000%, just changing strike price went from 37,000% or 37,000% to 22,000% just by changing the strike price up to the next strike price. It seems weird that something like that could happen, but it just did again. Anyway, talk to you guys tomorrow in class, some of you guys, and other ones not.